Simon, you're going to have to bear with me. A lot of problems.
Perhaps if DV8's listening, maybe you could check for me as well, if you don't mind.
Yeah, it might be easier if she can, if DV8 could do it, because
Right. Well, we should be streaming now. Let me just check it. If you're struggling technically again.
Oh, don't. My mic's just been awful today.
2 secs. I'll check on YouTube. Right. 2 seconds. Joke Community YouTube channel. Dum, dum, dum. Content. Live. We are live.
Yeah, it's working.
Joke Community YouTube channel. Right, cool. Yeah, we're live. Okay, so let's just crack on with this, because this is going to be a summary for people that the whole reason of this going ahead now is because my voice didn't come through on the AMA yesterday. We'll cover off the questions that were asked, what was said. So the main point yesterday was the really exciting part of this is we are getting 10% of the apartments in our drop on the 19th of May will appear to be penthouses, which is great. That's going to be ridiculous value for everybody. We already know that the apartments in the Infiniverse are going to be worth fortunes. Some of you are going to be lucky enough to get penthouses as well. The way the drop is going to work is obviously you need to be a verified holder of your Jungle Cat. That means you need to have verified through Collabland in our Discord. There's no other way to get these apartments issued to you. To do that, you need to connect your wallet that holds your Jungle Cats in it through our Collabland on our Discord, and then your username will turn green as a verified holder. Once you've done that, you open a ticket in our support system, and our team will then deal with that ticket. The ticket needs to include your wallet address or wallet addresses that you hold your Jungle Cats in, that you minted them in, how many Jungle Cats you hold, and you also need to confirm that you have opened a multiverseonline.io account, because when we give you your codes, so for example, if you've minted 3 Jungle Cats, you will get given 3 codes. Those codes come in the form of a URL. You will click the link and it will open your Multiverse Online account, and it will say, do you wish to attach this apartment to your account? Once you attach it, you cannot attach that. You can't use that URL again. So be careful and make sure that you are attaching your multiverse on the correct Multiverse Online account, your account. I'm only saying that because some people may have multiple accounts in their household, and we don't want anyone attaching their apartment to the wrong account. I'm sure probably 99% of the people in the drop only have one Multiverse Online account, and there shouldn't be issues. The way those apartments are going to be issued is from the center out. All of our holders are going to be in the very center, or in one particular area, let's say that, and it is a first come first served system. So if you are the first person in with the code, and everybody's going to get their codes ahead of time, and then we will announce go, right? So we don't know what time of day that will be on the 19th. We have no clue, and that is outside of our control, because the devs at the Infiniverse will have to switch that on the day, depending on what's going on with their updates, their server, everything. That could be, I don't know, it could be any time of day that they say it is live. And we know how all of these things work. Sometimes it goes live before people realise it's gone live. So watch it. We will do our best to let you know when that time is on the 19th. As I say, at this point we have no literal clue what time that will be that day, so pay attention. If you're not around at the time, just put your code in as quickly as you can, and you will be the nearest to the center, as you know. But because there's 10% of these apartments becoming penthouses, it doesn't stop you getting a penthouse, because there will be penthouses spread all across the drop. So the likelihood of you getting a penthouse is no more if you're first in or last in. Okay, I'm sure some people may well not even claim their apartment for days afterwards, or even months, or someone might not claim for years. They will still get it, providing they have verified their wallet and submitted the ticket prior to the 12th of May. So there is a week left to get your tickets opened, because we need to know exactly how many we've got to issue to verified holders, and we are not going to be spending days and days and days going back through wallets and BSC scan and everything and supporting people who are not paying attention. So those of you that have not submitted tickets yet, make sure you do that before the 12th. We will be sharing this AMA far and wide, so people are aware, and we have been saying for over a month that you must do this. If you are struggling, open a ticket and say, I am struggling to get something to this to work, or go in the chat and say, can somebody please help me do this, right? There's plenty of other people. There's been no issue. There's over 300 people, I think, have already claimed. So there's plenty of people that are getting it to go through. There should be no issues. Anybody's really, really struggling needs to let us know, and let us know as quickly as possible. That drop happens on the 19th of May, and we are not spending our time supporting people in and around that day, because we will have our hands full helping the people that have done as they're asked and are active in the project and wanting to get their apartments. And it's going to be first comes, first served. So if you've max minted and you come in first, you will have 10 codes. You will have to do them one at a time. But that shouldn't take you more than probably 5 minutes if you're doing them one after the other. So it should be really easy and simple, and you'll then get your apartment. If you haven't got an Oculus, you are not going to be able to go in and see the apartment. You can do that at any point in the future, but it is allocated to you at that point. That said, if you've only got a PC or Mac or a mobile, right, and you've claimed, when you've got the apartment, you can go in and customize it without having an Oculus. So you can go into your Multiverse Online account, go into your virtual space, your joke apartment or penthouse, and you can put pictures up, put videos up, customize it, put your picture on the wall, anything you want to do. We are told there's going to be some surprises in the drop that even Andy and I are not aware of. So we're looking forward to the drop so we can see what San Shepherd has built into this drop for us. We cannot as yet tell you where all these apartments are dropping on the map. It will become blatantly obvious over the next few days if you are paying attention to what is happening in the Infiniverse. On a note of that, it's good if people go into and join the Multiverse Infiniverse groups on Facebook, because that is the majority of the chat. So there's a lot of chat going on inside those groups with other people that are active within the Infiniverse, not necessarily within our group. We're going to keep you up to date in our Discord as much as we can, but it's really important that people join the Facebook group for Multiverse, and they can find out more information there. And when this news drops on the, well, it's going to be apparent over the next week what's happening prior to the 12th. It's going to get a lot of people excited, and there's going to be a lot of people, hundreds of thousands of people are going to see what we're doing within the Infiniverse. And frankly, it's going to upset a few people in other districts, which are like, wow, what's just happened there? And it's a great opportunity for us, because Oculus are going to be promoting it as well. And if you see the tweet that I've dropped, well, actually it's scheduled for today at 8 p.m. UK time. There is a tweet that goes out featuring San Shepherd, showing more information about what he believes this drop for the joke community will result in for us. So that's really exciting. I wanted to go through a few of the questions that got raised yesterday in the AMA live chat. Let me just go through those one at a time if I can. So I'm just going to scroll back. So BB History said the code that we get is not a specific apartment. That code will be assigned to an apartment from the bullseye out, and when we actually go to use it. That is correct. So when you apply that code, if you are the first in, you will be nearest to the centre of the drop. And we as a community will be having one of our comedy venues right at the centre of this. So you would be nearest to the venue. We don't know whether the code represents an apartment or whether it represents a penthouse. That is pot luck, complete random lottery. So there is no way for us to control that. There's no way for us to cheat. There's no way for us to allocate a penthouse to ourselves. I wish I was getting all penthouses. I'm sure everybody else does as well. So complete luck, not in our control. Over to the devs at the Infiniverse. Someone asked, when will the staking for the joke NFT be activated? That will be subsequent to this drop on the 19th of May. Not immediately, because there's lots of things that contribute to when that can happen, such as the price of the token, how long the farms are open, how many tokens we've got committed to raids, etc., etc. So the staking will be coming. It's not probably within the next 4 to 6 weeks, but it will be coming. Someone said, Salty Dave said, great AMA. It was just a shame yesterday's AMA didn't get, the voice for me didn't get streamed, hence why we're doing this quick update now. Yeah, DV8 said, enjoyed Tara's set yesterday. It is really good to see lots more people watching the comedians that we're bringing forward. We've had another 9 sign up in the last week. Some of those are people that have been on Netflix, HBO, Edinburgh Fringe, and we're booking them all in. You will have seen that Jay Reid has booked a show now as well, which is incredible. Jay's an amazing comedian and he's the support act for Bill Bellamy. So please do come and watch Jay's show. We have built in the ability now for live streaming of all of the events that we put into the Infiniverse and other metaverses to be watched on PC, desktop, mobile through a live link live stream. Now these events, you guys as Joke Jungle Cat holders and Joke token holders, I encourage you fully, please, to share these live links when they come up, be that on Twitter, Facebook, any of our other platforms, Discord, wherever you see one of those links come up, please share it on your own social. And this is going to be massively important to how we promote this project going forwards. Please share that link in your own social and let other people watch those comedy events for free while they are free. So, you know, the shows that come up, they're great. People are really enjoying them. And now we've got the ability to share just on the web. People will have to watch it live. So these live stream links, they are not streamed to YouTube because we're not recording people's sets and putting them on YouTube, because that's fundamentally against what we want to do with the project and with these comedians. You will get a chance, if you haven't got an Oculus, you can watch the show live. That's all. At the time it goes off, you can watch it. But it's a massive opportunity to get lots more people watching our shows for free and bringing them into the Joke universe. So if people watch it and they say, wow, where did this come from? Get them to join our Discord, which is discord.gg/JC. So get those people to come and join, watch, learn about the project. One of the things I talked about at length during the AMA yesterday is the fact that we are one of the metaverse projects that is real. We're already in the metaverse, we're already running shows, and we're very, very close to driving revenue. One of my main bugbears with the whole crypto and DeFi space is that there are so many, hundreds, thousands, 99% of projects that say they're in the metaverse or promise to go in the metaverse are not in the metaverse and probably will never be in the metaverse. They're just making promises to the people they want to get on board as investors, and people are flocking to that. Now, we've never been a pump and dump. We've never spent fortunes on marketing. If you look at Guardian token within the NightSwap ecosystem, that token is the same. That token's gone from 3 cents to over $15 as it stands in 6 months. It is probably the most successful token in the whole DeFi space. People have sent me messages saying, "Is it real?" You know, and that project has $60 million worth of liquidity locked into it at the moment, and it's going to keep going and keep going. There's no stopping it, right? Not financial advice, as always. But we are a project that's never paying for marketing. We are not interested in just shoving and shilling and bringing people in who want to pump and dump, who want to buy tokens and sell them at a profit, right? We want people who are serious investors and understand the fact that this is a long-term project, and we will be here for the long term to build a business, to build the biggest brand in the entirety of comedy within the metaverse and multiple metaverses over the next couple of years. And that sounds like a long time, but if you think of major businesses that go on to FTSE, NASDAQ, the Dow, etc., they take 10 years or more to get into that position, and we're in that position now. So we don't want the pump and dumpers, we don't want the shillers. We want people to come into this project and understand it and believe in us and see that it is a true investment for the long term. So if you haven't bought the token, it's probably about as low as it's ever going to go at the moment. There is the opportunity to farm that token alongside BNB on NightSwap and earn passive income without giving up any of your tokens. You can get ongoing income 24/7 in Night token, which I personally believe is an amazing token. It's that DEX is in its infancy. It's already number 2 in Binance Smart Chain behind PancakeSwap, and I think again, not financial advice, that DEX will go past PancakeSwap in the not too distant future. And people might laugh at that, but I can see that happening. And if that happens, where does that token go? Where does our project go? And where do all the other projects go that are already on NightSwap? So pay attention, have a look, take your time, but you should be farming and staking your joke token along with BNB to earn Night token. If you don't want to do that, you can buy Night and you can stake it in a raid on NightSwap, and we're going to make some videos and show people how to do this, and you can earn joke token for free. So you can get joke token in the raid, and we've just committed to those farms and raids for another 3 months past now. So that's going to be to the end of August. So you've got loads of time, loads of opportunity, and compounding up the value through that 3-month period where there's going to be loads of announcements, this drop, hundreds of thousands of people looking at our project, bigger names coming in as comedians, and lots more things that we would love to announce right now, but it's a journey. It's a business, it's a journey, and we're on a path that we are now set up for success. So if you're not in the token, please have a look at it, do your research. We're fully doxed. There are billionaires backing this project as founders. Andy and I just got off a meeting that was actually subsequent to the AMA last night with one of the biggest comedians in the UK, with his lawyer, and they are signing up. There's just a couple of tweaks to go on that contract before we can announce that, and that announcement will probably come out in or around the time that this drop happens as well. Yes, so I'm going to go through a few more of these questions. Location would be first come, first served. Yes. What's the update with OpenSea was asked by Crypto Hits. OpenSea is an absolute shitstorm. They are a nightmare. They're a corporate as far as I can see. They are not, as I don't think, going to be the leader for very much longer, because they are now moving away from being true DeFi and Web3. We are speaking to them. The issue is that our collection called Jungle Cats, there is another Jungle Cat collection on there that's verified, and it got pulled because of the name. There's an opportunity maybe for us to rename, but we don't really want to do that. So I would rather see people using Rarible and other marketplaces. But in the long term, I don't frankly give a toss about OpenSea, and we'll see how that develops. But we don't need them because our own marketplace is coming. There are other options which are preferred by a lot of people anyway. OpenSea is a bit of a necessary evil. It got us launched, but we don't need it long term. Someone said, once we get the code to actually claim the apartments, will we need an Oculus at that point? No, you don't need an Oculus. You would just connect your Multiverse Online account, enter the URL that you're given from your ticket, and you will have completed your claim at that point, and then you don't need to really do anything. I would say to people that there is the opportunity to sell your apartments in game if you want. My personal, we're all sat here going, will the Infiniverse turn into an NFT project? My personal feeling is that absolutely yes, it will, but there's no guarantee of that. And that effectively is why hundreds of thousands of people have gone and bought apartments in the Infiniverse already. They have 2,000 plus storefronts in the Infiniverse, and that's only set to grow. And when you see what's happening with our project on the 19th of May, and we build our community in one area, it's going to be ridiculous. So look, I would massively hold on to your apartment. I know I did have someone say, right, if I've got a jungle cat or I've got multiple jungle cats, can I get my friend into an event? You would need to send one of your jungle cats to a friend's wallet to get them in. One of the things we are looking at doing in future, and this is not a guarantee, is opening up to streaming comedy events into apartments, into the joke apartments. So what you could do is bring a friend to your apartment or a group of friends to your apartment and watch the comedy together, which solves the issue of maybe not being able to get into the same shards together. So you could bring up to 11, i.e. a total of 12 people into your apartment, and you could all watch comedy together. But that's something we're looking at doing in the future. Someone's DV8 put, I assume that the buildings currently typically grow, so perhaps it will already grown. Yes, the position of our apartments and penthouses is already assigned in the area in which we will all be landing, so that's not an issue. But there will be people flocking to that area to buy more property, and we by no means have all of the penthouses in that area. So there is an opportunity to go and buy penthouses in that area, albeit that they won't be joke branded. So within the joke, I nearly let the cat out of the bag. Within that area, we'll see what happens. But there's going to be a load of people flocking to buy property, storefronts, penthouses, and others within the area in which our penthouses and apartments are already secured. Jane Jetson said, when will the winner of the meme contest on Twitter be announced? We are keeping that competition open until next Monday during the AMA. The meme contest to win $25 worth of joke token is open on Twitter. Go and find that tweet. You can still add a meme to it if you want. The meme that gets the most likes by that AMA will be the winner. So if you want to go and vote, go and click on and like a particular meme within that thread. Crypto Hit said, if the apartments are assigned randomly, why aren't the locations random too? The locations are completely random within the area that we're going to be based. BB History said that it seems like they're being assigned concentrically. Correct. Will you have to enter 10 or one at a time? It will be one at a time. So if you have 10 codes, it will be one code at a time. I'm not even going to read what Crypto Hits put then. He put, what is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? That shows your age, because that's a Monty Python quote, and I'll just say, well, I'm not prepared to answer, Brian. Yeah, there is, Jane has posted the link to the registration. It is multiverseonline.io. If you haven't got a Multiverse account, it's dead easy. Are there any maintenance charges for apartments? No. So once you've got the apartment, it doesn't cost you anything to keep it. Blonde Sasha had a problem yesterday during the AMA buying joke on Night Swap. The issue was she wasn't setting the slippage. So the joke token has a 5% tax on it, 5% on a buy, 5% on a sell. You need your slippage to be 6% for that transaction to go through. Or if you set the number of tokens that you want to purchase, so let's say you wanted to buy 1 million, what you need to do is change the last digit to a 1 or add 0.01 to the end, and that stops you needing to put the slippage in. You still get taxed, but it seems to get around the slippage issue. So if you go and put, I want to buy, say you only wanted to buy 10,000 joke tokens, put 10,001, and it will go through more easily. And she did that during the AMA, and it worked. Have you put a video out on how to do the raids? We are going to make that video. I'm not making that today, but it will come out over the next couple of weeks. And raiding is dead easy. Go on to NightSwap, click raids. You will see the joke raid there. There's many other raids and many other tokens. Obviously look into the solidity or how good you believe the choke token you are raiding to be. And if you're raiding tokens and it's a project you're not going to be in long term, get them sold, buy some BNB, buy more joke, put it in a farm and compound what you've got. Yes, we'll do more, we will do more farming and education. Chad was after that. Farming and staking, compounding, that was Casey. Yeah, Casey came on and said, is she doing all of that correctly? Personally, I'm in the farms and I'm in the raids, and if you're in both, you're getting the best of both worlds. And I think that was all the questions. Is there anything else we need to cover, Andy?
I don't think so, Simon. I think there's some stuff we'll keep as dry powder for Monday when I do the AMA, because obviously from today's meeting and other bits and bats. But I think you've covered everything from yesterday. Can't think if you missed anything.
Cool. Okay, well, I'm going to stop streaming. As always, if people have got questions, post them in the Discord. Also, watch out for scammers. One of the things that came up during the AMA yesterday was somebody said that on Rareable, someone made them an offer for their jungle cat of 0.35. They believed that to be ETH, and they exchanged their jungle cat for it, and it came through and it wasn't ETH, it was some dodgy token. So be careful when if you are trading. Make sure you're trading for the correct currency and you're also trading the correct contract. So again, if you get an offer for a cat, just make sure that it is legit, and look at the history of what people are doing and make sure there's no complaints about them, etc, etc. And if you're wary, always post in our chat and ask, and people will help you. Remember, our mods and admins will never DM you first. If you get a DM and it says it's from me or Andy or someone else on the team, the chances are 99.9% of the time it is a scam. Okay, and ignore it, and please point those usernames out to us, because there are people trying to rip people off within our community. Yeah, that's the last thing I wanted to say, so I'll leave it at that. I'm going to stop the stream. If you've got any questions, post them in our Discord. As always, discord.gg/JC Joke Community. And we will all see you next week for some really exciting news, and probably that news will be breaking today, tomorrow, over the weekend. Start the rumour mill, look at the breadcrumbs, get ready. See you soon.